I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you all of what I've got. The fancy finds, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, baby. Cross my heart, hope to die.
Welcome to another episode of Country Boy Gas Garage. My name is Jason, and this is our 1948 Ford F5 school bus that we're rescuing from the forest. We're doing a whole Revive and Drive series on YouTube, so be sure to watch those old videos and get caught up to where we're at. Now, most of you are probably aware that I had some trouble with my YouTube channel recently, and well, we've got it all squared away, and I'm happy to say that we're back on track. Now, a virus had corrupted my Google account, which then hijacked my YouTube channel. And well, after that happened, YouTube deleted the whole channel altogether. It took me a couple weeks going back and forth with Google support. They were able to recover my channel. Now, through this whole experience, I've really been blown away with all the positivity I've experienced, all the help and support from viewers and subscribers, and especially the other YouTube channels. So I really appreciate, guys. Thank you for all the support and the shout outs. Now, I couldn't have got myself back on track so quickly if it wasn't for all the support from you guys, so thank you very much. Now, in the last video, we left off making a parts list for that motor, and we're also waiting to get those drums resurfaced at the machine shop, which I just got them back, and I gave them a good coat of paint and got them mounted on the bus. So let me go ahead and show you those, and then we'll get the wheels that we painted back on the bus as well. So let's go. Alright guys, we got her off the blocks. She's on the ground. Now those tires are a little bit bigger than the original ones. They look good, but it's pretty tight right up here. So this might be a concern. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But they are looking good. Now I'm ready to drive this thing, but there's a few few things we have to deal with the motor first still. There she is. Ready to roll. Now before we could take it for a test drive, there's a few last minute things we need to take care of in that motor, a few odds and ends that we need to deal with. We did order some parts and those came in, so let's go check them out. Alright, the first shipment of parts arrived. Some of these we'll have to use later down the road, like the new clutch and pressure plate. But we got some other stuff like the new spark plug wires. And what I'm going to do now is replace that bent push rod that I bent, turn that motor over with a new one. We'll replace that one, and also these little exhaust valve caps. I lost one of those, a cap over the exhaust valve on the Y blocks on the HD truck versions. So I got one of those to replace, the push rod replace, and we'll be in business. Another thing I needed to do was figure out that oil filter setup. And I was noticing on that bottom of that Y block, there was no room for an oil filter because it was not the original motor to the truck, and they didn't allow space for an oil filter to be put on there. So the previous owner had put on that remote mounted oil filter kit, but then they just looped it back on itself. Pretty much oil filter delete. And so I started digging around to the bus, and I found this. The rest of that remote oil filter kit. For whatever reason, he didn't finish mounting it on there, so I pulled that one off the block and got it all cleaned up. Went down to the parts store and picked up the proper fittings that I need and some new rubber hose for the oil lines, and we're going to get this thing mounted up. So let's go. Alright guys, it's the next day. It got pretty cold last night, maybe 10 or 12 degrees. Before it got too dark and too cold though, I was able to get that new push rod installed. I pulled out that old bent one. It wasn't too bad, but we went ahead and put a fresh straight one in there. I also got that valve cap put on that exhaust valve too. So, well, now all we got left to do is install that remote mounted oil filter. So let's do that. Alright, back under the bus. We're getting ready to reinstall that remote oil filter. Now this is where they had that oil filter delete installed. And we're going to go ahead and reinstall that remote oil filter properly and all the lines. So let's get to doing that. Alright, I got that adapter piece all installed with the new fittings. Now we just need to go up top and install the other end of it. Alright, I got it all mounted there to the firewall. Now that might not be the best place for it, but it'll work for now. Now let's get those lines routed. Alright, got those oil lines hooked up. Now I'm just going to add some oil, make sure we don't have any leaks. Alright guys, got her all topped off with oil. Got the battery hooked up. Let's try to give her a start. She's been sitting here for a few months. My throttle is sticking to the floor. I think my throttle return spring broke. Alright, now let's try it. Got an oil leak. Uh-oh. Alright guys, next day. Well, what happened is the case into this had split. I believe I probably over-tightened it, and well, that's where our oil leak came from. It made quite a mess, and well, I didn't film it, but I probably should have. I was running out of time to find a replacement, so I frantically got down there and removed this one, and it was just an oily mess, having to cut those oil lines full of oil. Yeah, it was quite the mess. And then I got on the phone, started calling around, and there was only one place available to get a replacement part. It was about an hour and a half drive for me, and I had to buy the whole kit, which I did. And what we're going to do is reinstall this new piece now and get back to where we were. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to climb under there and reinstall this new one. I'll try not to over tighten it this time, and we'll be back in business. Alright guys, we're going to do this again. I'm going to start it up, and then I'm going to run out here and check for oil leaks really quick and see if she's good to go. Alright guys, she's ready to roll. Let's drive. She runs great, guys. Woo! Yeah, I went up and down the driveway a few times. No oil leaks. She's not overheating. Runs great. Hey guys, you know it'd be fun to go pick up the kids from the bus in the bus. Let's go. Alright guys, that was fun. Now, I think I enjoyed it more than the kids did. The bus is running great. I do need to get some gauges hooked up though. I need to figure out what the oil pressure is and how hot the motor's running. So we need to get some gauges hooked up as soon as we can. You know, we do have that Painless Performance wiring kit that we need to get installed. So when we do that installation, we'll probably get the gauges installed as well. You know, this bus has come a long way from when we first found it in the forest. And I appreciate all you guys watching and follow along this whole bus series. I really appreciate all the support. And you guys have sent me some letters and packages too, so why don't we get into opening those up? We'll go ahead and start with some letters. Now, some of these I've had for a while, so I apologize guys, I'm a little behind on this. But let's see, we got one here from Wood and Metal Garage. And he sent a few of his stickers, which are really cool. I'll have to get mine sent back to you. Check him out on YouTube. Let's see, we got one here from Andy. Andy's Doghouse. And it says, "Hey country boy, I guess that you never got my first sticker. Don't feel bad, you aren't the only one. Anyway, it is nice to be your friend. Thanks for your stickers and your support, Andy." Hey, thanks Andy. And check him out as well. It's a cool sticker. Turlo. Andy Turlo. And I've had this one for a while, Andy. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to read it. These are the cool stickers here. Jason, great channel. Keep up the great work. Hey, thanks Andy Turlo. Check out Turlo's Garage on YouTube. Thanks Andy. Alright, the last letter I got here is from Brad at Poor Boy's Garage. And I want to say thanks, Brad, for the shout out you gave me. It really helped me get back on my feet with the whole channel problems that we went through. So I really appreciate it. Make sure everybody goes over to Poor Boy's Garage and let him know that we thank him for everything he's done, and check out his videos. It's some fun stuff. He sent me some stickers, it looks like, here. Oh, sweet. Yeah. It says, Jason, love the channel and thanks for all the support to ours. Brad and Jaden. With their logo. And some really cool stickers. I'll get these up as soon as I can, Brad. I think I'm going to be installing all these stickers on one of the windows here in the bus. So make sure to send me your stickers and we'll get them hung up soon. And we did get another package here from Kurt. Says, hey Jason, this is a 1976 Midland CB. It belonged to a friend's dad. He used it in his truck for decades before he passed a few years ago, and my friend, also named Jason, gave it to me knowing it would be cared for. I had this radio repaired last year, and it's now a solid performer. The microphone is a new old stock from the 70s. Seeing the bus and all the hard work you've done convinced me to offer it up, because I think it would be a great addition to the dash. Thanks, Jason. Kurt. You know what, Kurt? This is going to be a perfect addition to the dash. This is sweet. CB radio from the 70s. And we're definitely going to put it to use. And we're definitely going to get a PA system to hook to it as well. So thank you, Kurt. You'll see this installed in the dash very soon. You know, with all the letters and packages you guys sent me, and then all the parts that just arrived that I had ordered, it's almost like Christmas in here. I kind of went through and opened everything up, and let me show you some of the parts that we just got that we're going to be putting on this bus very soon. Now, something else that's going to get installed with that Panos Performance wiring kit is a new GM one-wire alternator. Brand new, easy to install one-wire alternator. We'll get that installed. And to do that, I had to order a specific bracket that would allow a modern GM one-wire alternator to be mounted to an old Ford Y-block. So this thing was expensive for this bracket, but we got it. So we'll be getting that all installed there probably when we do the wiring install. You know, along with those parts, I also got a brand new clutch and pressure plate. So we'll be getting the clutch and pressure plate installed soon. New throwout bearings. We also got a new fuel pump, and we'll get that installed. And some new spark plug wires. I've got mismatched ones on there now, so we'll get the proper ones on there. And then the valve covers that were on here were just rusted through. They weren't even holding oil. And so I picked me up a pair of chrome valve covers for the motor. So we'll get these all installed, get the motor dressed up a little bit, and that might be the next video. You're going to have to stick around to find out. Alright guys, I think that's it. And now I really appreciate every single one of you guys. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video where we get all this stuff installed on the bus. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and you like, comment, and share. And until next time, peace.
Golden trinkets, mobile phone, expensive shoes, you can get your own. She's gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. She's gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Merch store and pick you up some hoodies or t-shirts. We got all kinds of sizes. There's new items being added all the time. So go check out www.countryboygasgarage.com and pick yourself up some merch.